Alright, so today we're gonna be reacting to every mistake parents made that created serial killers. So let's look into these videos and I wonder like what could these parents have caused that made these serial killers, do these things. So let's see, man. I see Jeffrey Dahmer here already. Everybody knows him. And the other ones, I don't know. I don't know about the other ones, but and why? Well, hold on. Why is Jeffrey Dahmer the only one with colors in his pictures? Are these like from too old? Are these pictures like too old? The other ones or what? Well, let's see.
Edmund Kemper. His mother told him no woman would ever love him, so he found a way to make sure they'd never leave. Edmund Kemper was just 8 years old when his mother started locking him in the basement every night.
What? She was locking him in the basement every night? What the fuck?
She said it was to protect his sisters from him. She called him a real weirdo, loud enough for him to hear through the walls. She told him he reminded her of his father, and that was never a compliment. By 10, Kemper had buried the family cat alive, then dug it up.
I mean, no wonder, dude. No wonder he would do such things like that. Like, are you serious right now? Like, you close them in the basement at night and stuff at 8 years old? Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's got enough time to think about all such a things like.
Then cut off its head and mounted it on a stick.
Oh
At 14, he ran away to find his father, but his father had remarried and didn't want him. They shipped him off to live with his
man,
grandparents on a remote California ranch. His grandmother treated him the same way his mother had, constant criticism, and
just mother and daughter. They're both the same. She acts the same way as their mother. Like, yeah, that's not good. That's how we know where her attitude comes from their mother. Okay, maybe go to the grandma side of your father. You know,
constant control. On
go
August
live with them.
27, 1964, 15-year-old Edmund Kemper shot his grandmother in the head with a rifle.
Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka, man. Yo, what? She put a shot in her face.
When his
Oh,
grandfather came home, he shot him too. When police asked why, Kemper
straight
said
up, just
he
like
wanted
that.
to see what it felt like to kill Grandma, and he killed Grandpa so he wouldn't have to find out. Kemper spent 5 years in a psychiatric hospital. Doctors said he was rehabilitated. They released him into his mother's care. The argument started immediately, screaming matches so loud the neighbors called police. His mother told him he was worthless, that college girls would never look at him twice, that he disgusted her. Between 1972 and
Man, why
1973,
are you treating your son like that though? Like, what has happened to you in the past that you've been treated that way? You know what I mean? Like, why are you putting all that anger towards your son? You know?
Kemper picked up 6 young female hitchhikers. He killed them all. But these weren't
What?
random victims. They were college students, the same women his mother worked with at UC Santa Cruz, the same women she said would never want him. After killing one victim, Kemper buried her head in his mother's garden, facing her bedroom window. She always wanted people to look up to her, he said. On April
Oh
20th,
my God, bro.
1973, Kemper finally did what he'd been building toward his whole life. He killed his mother with a hammer while she was sleeping. He decapitated
The
her and used
hammer?
her head as a
Oh my.
dartboard. Then he
What?
called the police and turned himself in. The killings were over. He'd destroyed the thing that created him. Jeffrey Dahmer. When Jeffrey
Yo, that's crazy, bro. Just man, already through, like me listening to this story, I'm just like, man, ah, I can't believe like these things actually happen. Like, like how the creativity of like hurting someone, like placing them in a like on a wall and then throwing darts at it. It's crazy. I never seen that before. Like never.
Dahmer
I would never even imagine such a thing like that. That's crazy though. That's crazy. Like the creativity is just like crazy.
was 18, both his parents left. His father moved out. His mother took his younger brother and left. No forwarding address, no phone calls. Jeffrey was alone in an empty house. He would later say that was the moment everything fell apart. Dahmer's childhood looked normal from the outside. Suburban Ohio, two-parent household, a little brother named David. But inside, the family was fracturing. His mother suffered from depression and anxiety, swallowing pills by the handful. His father buried himself in work, chasing a PhD in chemistry while his marriage collapsed. The two fought constantly, screaming matches that echoed through the walls. No one noticed their older son slipping away. By age 10, Jeffrey had started collecting roadkill. He'd strip the flesh from dead animals and keep the bones. His father thought it was scientific curiosity. He even taught Jeffrey how to bleach and preserve the skeletons. He never asked why his son spent hours alone in a backyard hut, surrounded by jars of formaldehyde and tiny skulls. By 14, Jeffrey was drinking whiskey before school. Teachers
What?
noticed, his grades dropped, but no one intervened. By the time his parents divorced, Jeffrey had already learned the lesson that would define his life. People leave. Everyone leaves, and there's nothing you can do to make them stay, unless you make sure they can't. Between 1978 and 1991, Dahmer killed 17 young men. He drugged them, strangled them, and kept their bodies for as long as he could. He posed them, photographed them, slept beside them. He later told investigators he wasn't trying to hurt anyone. He just didn't want to be alone. The only way I could keep them with me, he said, was if they couldn't leave. Dahmer was beaten to death in prison in 1994. He was 34 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, he got killed in prison, man. Like,
His parents had spent years fighting over who was responsible for what their son became. In the end, they both abandoned him, and he never stopped trying to fill that emptiness. John Wayne Gacy.
yeah, Dahmer got Dahmer at the end, you know, like when he got caught. I remember, like, I was watching this documentary, you know, especially on Netflix, you know, he got caught, like, his victim ran away and he just, like, got caught by the police officer as soon as they entered the door and, like, they saw pictures of dead bodies. Yeah, that's crazy. Who's this guy? John Wayne Gacy. Let's see. Already by the look of this guy, just by looking at him on the picture, like, you can
John
tell
Wayne Gacy.
this guy must have done something crazy. Something crazy.
His father called him stupid, called him a sissy, called him a failure. John Wayne Gacy spent his entire childhood trying to earn approval that never came. His father was an alcoholic machinist who beat the family regularly. At 4 years
Alcoholics machinist? What? What do you mean by that? Like he was a alcohol machine?
old, John was whipped for accidentally moving parts in his father's car engine. At 9, a family friend began abusing him. John never told anyone, terrified his father would blame him. The message was clear. Everything wrong was John's fault. He tried everything. Worked hard in school, joined community organizations, built a successful business, hosted neighborhood parties, even dressed as Pogo the Clown to entertain children at hospitals. But nothing worked. His father kept calling him worthless. Then, in 1966, something changed. Gacy had married, had children, was managing restaurants in Iowa. His
Okay.
parents came to visit,
So far so good. So far so good, you know?
and for the first time in his life, his father shook his hand and said, "Son, I was wrong about you." 3 years later, his father was dead. When Gacy heard the news in prison, where he was serving time for sexually assaulting a teenage employee, he collapsed to the floor. His request to attend the funeral was even denied. Between
Damn.
1972 and 1978, John Wayne Gacy murdered at least 33 young men. He lured them to his home with promises of construction jobs, handcuffed them with a magic trick, assaulted and tortured them for hours, strangled them slowly.
Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that, you know? Anyways. John Wayne Gacy, man.
With a rope tourniquet he called the rope trick. Then he buried
See, here's the thing though, right? His father kept talking shit at him because he kept calling him that he was worthless and all of that. But eventually, Wayne Gacy, he became successful, and now what makes him like just turn around and just start like killing people? You know what I mean? Like,
them in the crawl space beneath his house. 26 bodies were stacked in trenches. He dug himself.
26 bodies. Yo, like this guy could have actually just like worked for the cartel, cause like 26 bodies all like together like that. He should have joined the cartel or something. Cause like what? That's a lot of bodies, man. Like, yeah, bro, that's just a lot, bro. It's too much.
When police finally searched his property, the stench of decay had been seeping through heating vents for years. Gacy showed no remorse. At trial, he joked about his victims. He blamed an alter ego named Jack, said the dead were just male prostitutes and liars. He was executed in 1994. His father never lived to see what his son became, but every victim
That's
buried under
crazy.
that house was someone's child too, killed by a man still trying to prove he wasn't worthless. Albert Fish. His
Albert Fish.
mother couldn't afford him,
Does he like fish?
so she gave him away. Albert Fish was 5 years old when his father died of a heart attack. His mother, unable to support her children alone, made a decision that would echo through history. She placed young Albert in St. John's Orphanage in Washington, D.C. She thought she was saving him. Instead, she was creating a monster. The orphanage was a house of horrors. Teachers beat the children constantly, whipped them until they bled,
What?
and forced the others to watch. It was meant as discipline. For Albert, it became something else entirely.
That's messed up,
He
bro.
discovered he liked it. The beatings triggered excitement. Watching other boys suffer excited him. Pain and pleasure fused together in his developing mind, wiring connections that should never have existed. By the time his mother finally retrieved him 5 years later, the damage was permanent. Fish spent the rest of his life chasing that feeling. As an adult, he embedded needles into his own groin.
What
29
the
were
fuck?
found lodged in his pelvis when
What the
doctors
fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean?
needles into his own groin.
He put needles in
29
him?
were found lodged in his pelvis when doctors finally x-rayed him. He beat himself with a nail-studded paddle. He soaked cotton in lighter fluid, inserted it into his body, and set it on fire. But
What?
his own pain wasn't enough. He needed
No
to hear
way.
children scream.
And this guy was sober. This guy was sober. This guy had no drugs, just sober, right? I think that he was just doing all that just sober, just hurting himself. Like, what?
Between 1924 and 1928, Fish murdered at least 3 children. He strangled them, dismembered them, cooked them. He even sent a letter to one victim's mother describing how he ate her 10-year-old daughter over 9 days. Every detail, every recipe.
Holy
Psychiatrists identified
shit.
18 different sexual abnormalities in him, more than any case in medical history. Fish claimed God commanded him to sacrifice children, like Abraham with Isaac. The jury found him insane, but they executed him anyway. In 1936, Fish walked to the electric chair and reportedly helped position the electrodes himself. His last written statement was so depraved, his own lawyer refused to release it, calling it the most filthy string of obscenities I have ever read. The child his mother abandoned to save money had grown into America's most disturbing killer. Henry Lee Lucas. His mother dressed him as a girl, then she sold him. Henry
Nah,
Lee
that's actually crazy though. Like, man, the stuff that he was doing and the things like he would cook, cook them and eat them. Like, bro, what? And this guy has done this like way before Jeffrey. So that makes me think like, yo, we have like we probably have one of these guys like today itself, like one of these guys that just like kill people and like eat them and cook them. There's like a person right now today doing this right now. You just don't know. You don't know like really. You don't know. They look normal people, and
Henry
it could be anybody. It could be your neighbor, the guy. I mean, the car in front of you, the car behind you. I mean, it could be anybody. You know what I mean? Like, and now we got Henry Lee Lucas.
Lee Lucas. His mother dressed him as a girl, then she sold
His mother dressed him as a girl, bro. What? That's how we're starting off. Oh man, so you know what? Some parents, man, are not good parents. Okay, some parents are not good parents, and they just like they don't even treat their kids good. Like they're not that good parents. They're not that loving parents. They're not that loving. Yeah, man, that's the unfortunate part. And I feel like some parents like when they are like that, it actually does change the way the child like actually develop and grow. You know, so like parents gotta like love their children. They gotta love their children.
him. Henry Lee Lucas was born in 1936 in a one-room dirt floor cabin in Virginia. His mother, Viola, sold herself to strangers and made her son witness things no child should ever see. If he looked away, she beat him. If he cried,
What?
she beat him harder. But the watching wasn't the worst part. Viola dressed young Henry in girls' clothes, with dresses and long hair. She paraded him through town like that for
Man,
years.
this is wild, bro. This is wild. Like, bro, I don't understand how some things just happen. Like, I can't believe this has happened. I can't believe, like, I don't get it. Like, man. Well, let's keep watching. Let's keep
But
watching.
why? Because in this way she could sell him to her clients, to men, to women, to anyone willing to pay. His father was a
What?
legless alcoholic who sold pencils on the street. He couldn't protect Henry. He couldn't even protect himself. One night, trying to escape the horror inside that cabin, he crawled outside drunk and froze to death in the snow. Henry was beaten constantly. When he was 7, his mother smashed a wooden plank across his skull. He spent days unconscious. When he was 10, his brother slashed his face with a knife. The wound got infected. His mother ignored it
Oh,
until a teacher accidentally struck the damaged eye. It burst and had to be surgically removed. Henry learned that he was worthless, something to be used, sold, and discarded. In 1960, during a Christmas visit, his mother
dude, like, man, I feel bad for him. I kind of feel bad, man. Like, what he's been through is like so bad. Like, I feel bad, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, his past, like, that sucks, man. That sucks. But that led to like him doing some bad shit, man. Like, seriously, like, I kind of get it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know he's wrong for doing those things, but look at the past. Like, I mean, the past is the past, but like, shit, man, that past, sometimes doesn't go away. It just stays there. It's like permanent. It's like a tattoo.
demanded he move back home to care for her. They argued. She hit him with a broom, and he stabbed her in the neck. She died instantly on the floor. Lucas was convicted of her murder and spent years in prison. When authorities released him early due to over
I mean, my boy just came back to see her mother, and she just started to like hit him with like what do you call it, like sticks and stuff with the mop. Start hitting him like I just came back, and now that will lead him to like anger, and he just pretty much like slit her throat. Like,
crowding, he warned them, "I'm not ready to go." They released him anyway. That same day, Lucas killed a woman within walking distance of the prison gates, his gift to the people who set him free. He was eventually convicted of 11 murders. He confessed to hundreds more, though many were later proven false. The truth of his body count may never be known. But one truth is certain. Long before Henry Lee Lucas killed anyone, his mother had already murdered the child he might have been.
sometimes the parents create monsters. Based on like the how the parents are. Sometimes, or maybe not actually sometimes, but sometimes, um, that actually lead to the way of like how the child will become in the future. So yeah, man, very messed up. They went through a lot, some of them, but yeah, their actions are just like they don't stop. Like they keep going. They think it's like okay. But yeah, that was interesting video. And there's actually, if I'm not wrong, a second part which I will be reacting to it, yeah, on the next video. Drop a like. Don't forget to drop a like if you're new to this. Drop a like. Help your boy grow. Help your boy grow up a little bit. And yeah, man. Hope you guys have a good day.